There is difference between popularity and name. So if you want to be popular, anybody can be popular. But if you want a name, you have to stand by what is right. You need to stand firm on what can push your country, the society forward, because you must start thinking of what is beyond you. Start thinking of what you can do for other people, that those that will benefit from you, you might not even know them. You might not even meet them. And it was a plane now, more now. And it was a plane, but he's there. He brought out the innovation, and we are enjoying it. So do something that will be beneficial for the communal growth and for other people that you don't even know. And let's continue to stand by what is right.
Do you think the way you come out for justice for Mohbad today, the way government is taking the case, you are not satisfied? That's why, okay, me, because of my foundation, let me come out. Okay, I want to see the end of this case. And since it's over a year now, the Mohbad itself is not yet buried. Okay, what is your take on that?
If I tell you I am satisfied or not satisfied, I'm going to be dilly-dally. The truth is, there is no end to the case yet. But we want closure. We want justice. We can see evidences all out there. Those that actually perpetrated this crime, to them, they thought that they have already done something to evade justice. To them, they have outsmarted the police. To them, they have connections. To them, they are bigger than the society. To them, they are bigger than the courts. To them, they have that connection that you and I don't have, a common person. But the question you're going to ask yourself, what if this is you? Will you be happy wherever you are that they did it and nothing is happening? Will you be happy that the rest of the other citizens are quiet about it? If we fold our arms and do nothing, then we are telling the whole world, people around us, that there is no value for human life. And any society that justice cannot reign, trust me, that society, there can never be peace. But because I cherish peace, I believe that if I should lend my voice, ask people to come out, stand for what is right. It is your right. When any matter happens in the public, everybody is known about it, is going to court or is with the police or anything. Even if they arrest anybody, if they suspect anybody, the right of 3 key people is sacrosanct. The right of the person that is being arrested or suspected, the right of the victim, that is the person that is suffering in that case, and the public. And the public, that is why everybody must understand and know their right. If you don't know your rights, you cannot defend it. If you don't know who you are as a citizen, you cannot act properly. And that is what we're saying. The government are doing their best, but we see that we need to come up, support the government, and that is why I took it upon myself. I went out there without infringing on anybody's rights. I am able to go and search for clues that I know will be useful to this investigation, because at the coroner inquest today, what is going to be happening there is fact-finding. They want to know what is going on, who is culpable, who should be held responsible. And that is the duty we owe ourselves, duty of care. That is how you should raise your child. Don't raise your child to be selfish. Don't raise your child to think about him or herself only. Raise your child to understand how to volunteer. What is going on out there? In Cotton Shebe, is it for the growth of a society? Is it for the benefit of many people? Then ask your child to volunteer and join them. That is how you raise your child. That way your child will know, I don't need to be involved in crime. I need to be preparing myself to become a leader. And that is when education will get to everybody. And that is when we can say Nigeria is getting better. Because whether we like it or not, Nigeria used to be good. They took that history out of us. If we all know our history, there was a time Nigerian naira was bigger and stronger than pounds, was bigger and stronger than dollar. There was a time people traveled from America and England to come and take medical services here. There was a time people are seeing Nigeria as a melting pot of commerce and industry in Africa. There was a time lives were safe. There was a time there was electricity. There was a time all roads were tarred. What happened? Nigerians made that happen. What about you? What are you doing? Stop talking about the problem of Nigeria without looking for solution. Stop massaging the problem. Think about what you can contribute. If you go to university or polytechnic, you don't get the certificate because you want to go and look for a job. The certificate is not given to you. It's given to you to go and create employment. Be proactive. Volunteer. Stand for what is right. Be the best you can, online and offline. Trust me, it is our country. We don't have any other place. And trust me, Nigeria will get better. So we will continue to support the government and tell them, We are not backing down. We know the truth, but we are not allowed to take action, to put laws into our hands. They should do the right thing. If not, then they are inciting the public wrongly. But for now, we are still okay with whatever process is going on. Where the police need to up their game, we will pass the message to them today, and they will do the right thing.
Sir, justice for Mohbad. Everybody will stand for justice for Mohbad. And everybody will like to know where you stand on. Is it because of DNA, family issue, or the government issue, or the reason why you yourself coming out, ask for justice for Mohbad? Because people have been asking, okay, why this man is coming out by now? Okay, the issue of DNA, it has been on the social media.
It's not a trophy. Whether you started earlier, whether you even started the day they kpai Mohbad, or you were there when they kpai Mohbad and you seek for justice, or you're coming out now, it's inconsequential. You understand? We need to understand that some certain things are pivotal and they are key. Some things are I won't call it irrelevancies, but they are not meant to be brought up, because whether you came out then or you're coming out now, there is no other definition for what we are all asking for. It's justice. So whenever you decide to come out, just ensure that you're coming out and you're standing for what is right. But to answer you, I have been justice. If you click on the hashtag justice for Mohbad, I don't think if there's going to be 2 or 3 persons that would have hashtagged ahead of me on what I posted then. But I believe certainly that standing by what is right, all the necessary things that the case needs to traverse to bring around justice, we need to touch on them. DNA, of course, if there is a motive, I have said it repeatedly. Naturally, nobody can tell you, okay, I suspect that grandchild is not my son. Go and do DNA. It's impossible to just listen up, because there is no basis for that inquiry by that person when the owner of the child is not questioning and is still alive. But if there is a motive, or the owner of the child that was killed is saying that I suspect that my son was making an attempt, or my son is suspecting that child is not his own, and in an attempt to go and verify, in an attempt to cover up your own tracks, you took his life, and he is already communicated to me before, or I've seen evidences that this is probably the reason why he took his life. If you go before the judge will look at the weight of who is interested in knowing what by his son, and a mother who is saying, don't take my son to know his medical history. When it comes to investigation of murder, key investigation, when it comes to serious crime like terrorism, there are some certain rights that will be overridden. Your rights to privacy will be overridden because of national security. And in this case, somebody whose child is lost is suffering a serious pain. He wants to know what by his son, what took his life of his son, and the motive. He has right to go into it and say, please, let this person submit the child. Sample of Egba. It's not even the woman that is going to be submitting herself. It's not even the mother that is submitting her blood. It is the child that you want to lay, you want to put on our family. It is the child that you want him to inherit my son's property. As we speak, the father will look at it and say, everything my son owns, I have right to ensure that it goes into the right hand. And if this person is who will inherit my son, let him confirm, because I want to believe this is the reason why you took the life of my son. If, as a woman, you are honest, you sure that you are not in any case of paternity fraud, you have not done anything wrong, you are sure this is the only person that actually had carnal sex with you, you will be so bold, like, please go ahead, be my guest, do your test. In fact, go for second opinion and third opinion. But when you're true and you realize that, can you please hands off my family? And that will make sense. And that is why I advise, it is to our advantage, making the child be in the right place and the future of that child. So it is sacrosanct. It's not about me. It could happen to anybody. In that instance, of course, I would gladly and strongly support that the DNA should be done, so that the doubt will be cleared off, and then doubt that it's not even doubt, suspicion that you committed a crime as heinous as murder will be cleared off. So you can't tell the justice system that don't investigate to this angle. when it comes to investigation of serious criminal offences, it can traverse anywhere. They can dig it, they can dug up anything to bring about the truth. So other key issues, the property of the young man, there are so many things that are still hidden. They took so many things away, they will bring it back. I have done my private investigation, I've seen some, I know what I know what I've had. The truth must come out. The sweat of the young man must go to his child, if Liam is his child. And then his family must be able to know that he is not dying in vain. And other concerns, we are talking about phone forensic. Why are the police not doing phone forensic? Normally when somebody is spied inside the house, it's sacrosanct. You need to pick everybody around the person in the last 48 hours. Those are the primary suspects. Those are the people that you'll be subjecting to pre-arrest. But of course, whoever perpetrated this, they deceived us and pushed our eyes somewhere else, such that we were looking to accuse or to pick up. Meanwhile, the main issue and the action that happened few hours before he actually left this world was not reported. It was later, through police investigation, that we got to know. And then all these things are cause for concern, and those are the things that we want the government to revisit. And if possible, change the investigative team. They should change the set of police officers, and they should send in new team from Abuja so that there can be transparency. There can be transparency. So that is what we're saying.
In a nutshell, sir, what if your foundation